Dave from the Cyderbaby show, and today I'm talking to Webb. Hello, guys.
Hey man, thank you for having us.
So, Luca and Ryan, 2/3 of Webb, welcome to the show. I asked you on basically because you got a brand spanking new album at the end of the month.
Yes, we do.
Uh,
And yeah, well, it's been what can I say? It took us almost a year to kind of write the whole album. It didn't take that long, to be honest. A year is actually fair enough of a time, we don't we our writing process is totally different. I'm not sure a lot of bands do this, but everyone's got their own setup. Our drummer's got his own setup. I have it here. Luca has his own thing going on, but he comes over to my studio and work things out before we actually track it out. At the end of sending tracks back and forth, we then decided, okay, we got 5 solid songs. Let's go into rehearsal and just bash it out and see if we want to change anything. But most of the time, it's all fixed anyhow. It just little tweaks here and there. Maybe something will happen during, put 3 guys in a room and get working. So yeah, Deadly Sins and Virtues is gonna be out on the 30th of June, and we are launching it out at Thunderbolt in Bristol. So it's gonna be awesome as far as I can tell.
I mean, you've been putting out a few singles. I mean, Hope came out a while back, and Nights
Yeah.
and White Satin. But you got a single out at the moment. You're Going Down.
Yes, we do. It came out, what was it, yesterday? The day before. 31st. Yeah. Well, we're getting a lot of good feedback about the track. It's a total different sound to the Disenchanted EP. It's a bit more aggressive. There's a lot of you can hear it right from the start. That's how the album kicks in. That is the first track on the album.
Yeah.
So somebody hits play, put the CD in, and go, "You're going down," and it's like, "Whoa, right, you got me there." It's something that we thought, all right, let's put that in there. Rather than having a gradual stuff. I think the Webb sound is all about impact and energy, and we like to keep it that way if we can. And maybe the next one is going to get more aggressive. You never know.
Luca, you seem like the more sane person in this group.
Appearances sometimes is not it's not what it looks
like. Okay, so this is your debut album, yeah? You've had an EP out before. This is album number 1 for you guys.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
These
So you seem to have a lot of experience in the music industry. But this is not your first rodeo, obviously.
No, definitely not. I've been trying different things. I'm still during the Disenchanted period. It was like still trying to figure out my sound that I really enjoy, and I've always been driven with heavy music. And the early side of writing was basically not writing for me; it's just writing in general, and that goes back to Stop the World, which was released just under my name, and I didn't even know these guys back then. Disenchanted came, and just after that was released, that's when we got in touch with Luca, or through as a session musician. That's how things planned out, and years go by, times change, brain change, head change. Everything got heavy. So yeah, experience wise, man, we go way back. I started when I was fucking 12 years old, man. So I'm a freaking old man, you can see.
Yeah, I can tell.
There's a thing going on with the band. There is lots of white hair.
We like to keep it white there.
Okay. Yeah, I can't even now. I just can't grow hair on my face.
It's fucking hard work, man. It's really. It takes me at least half an hour minimum to get it all, looking like this. Some days I wake up and it's still like that. It's like, wow, I don't have to do anything now.
Yeah. Other days it's like bed hair in the middle of the day.
Oh yeah, like that. Somebody's got to
Okay.
take a snapshot of that and like screenshot of that. It's like, okay, I'm gonna post that somewhere. I don't care.
Yeah, this is being recorded, so maybe I'll just get a few shots out. So you know.
Oh man, I'm sure there's got to be a GIF or whatever you call it somewhere. How down with me flying.
Yeah, that's quite a good look, I think. Okay, back to the music. Luca, what input did you have in the album then?
Purely the writing process. I only wrote the bass line.
Right.
So Ryan and Nigel are the people that actually wrote the songs. Mainly Ryan and Nigel. He wrote one song, I think. Is the
Yeah, Nigel wrote one song called "Don't Ask Why." Everything else is me starting the whole project and doing pretty much everything and sending it over. I stopped doing the bass line, so I like to keep it fresh. So what I did was did all the guitar parts, do a basic drum thing just to keep the get the BPM right. So this is what the tempo is going to be for the track. And surprisingly enough, nothing has changed. Well, Nigel never mentioned about we should hop this up a bit, change the BPM down or up. He seemed to have adapted to the same tempo that I actually wrote the tracks. And so I send everything to Nigel. Once he's kind of happy with everything, everything I write drum wise, I know Nigel will flip it around because that's what Webb is all about. We try not to keep it to like a very kind of baseline beat, so we like to keep it a bit more progressive but interesting at the same time. And we I think all three of us, we like to keep ourselves occupied on stage as well as so we feel like we are doing a lot of work, and that keeps it interesting every time we perform. And things change sometimes after maybe a few months. A song will change a little bit. Most of the time it'll be me changing things around but I feel like it. So yeah, I send everything to Luca. He does his own bass parts, and then when he's got like 3 or 4 songs done, he comes over, and then we run through it. Sometimes we track it straight away, and that's it. It's that quick. We just once we get a feel for a track, we try not to change anything because the headspace is basically starts from the writing process, which is pretty much produced kind of. So this technology is just crazy nowadays. So all the rhythm sections that I've already done during the writing process, sometimes the solos still stay, and when it gets to the final stage of the mix process. So yeah, we everything that I don't believe in demos, if you know what I mean. If I'm gonna write something, I have 3 guitars always ready, fresh strings, 2 guitars just for writing, which is most of the time dead strings, and then when I get a riff, it's just put the click on and boom, here we go. It's good to have a blank page and just fill it up.
Okay.
That's how I talk too much, man. Sorry.
No.
what we're here for.
Exactly. We're here we're here to hear exactly what you're saying. So it's brilliant. One song you didn't write all of, Nights in White Satin.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's that one. Yes, of course, man. How can we forget about that one?
I mean, why? I mean, I know the song. I like the song with the Moody Blues when they wrote it, but I wouldn't put it on my playlist and play it. Now, you've done such a magnificent version of it. I'm playing it all the time.
Man, I thought you were going to say just the opposite.
No. I so much prefer your version of Nights in White Satin. It's just mind blowing. How did that come about then?
Well, to start off, I think, well, I vaguely remember, I think for sure, not vaguely remember, I think for sure, Sonia said, you need to do a cover, and she's always had Night in White Satin, that I could do something with it, because I used to do a lot of covers back whenever I should be doing covers like 15 years ago, and we should do the Moody Blues version pretty much exactly the same, very calm, and mild, and so flipping things around to get to the new Webb sound was a challenge. But believe it or not, man, it just like it took me that it was been drummed into my head for few months, I would say. So it was like, you have to do. I was like, nah, I don't want to do fucking covers. Everybody's doing it. I said, so many have done it, and basically I had to like forget about it for a couple of months or whatever. Then she said, what about, have you done anything? I said, no. So it's just me. Okay, she's at the back of me. I came into the studio, getting ready. I thought, okay, what I did was I listened to the original, got kind of the tempo done, and I did a bit of played a bit of a keyboard thing all the way through. Got it like for just the backing. Yeah. I sang the original parts right to the end, so I have a clean slate to start with just the vocals. So okay, what am I gonna do? I had a plan. I don't want to change the singing style, or the actual melody is awesome. So of course it's not gonna be as mellow as the original. Justin Hayward is freaking awesome, and the Webb sound is always gonna be loud, like I am now, freaking loud mouth. So I started off with just the vocals, and it had, believe it or not, it had like 3 or 4 different versions till it ended up to the version that is currently on the album. And I thought, okay, we need to get an intro. So once I got that simple riff that started up with da 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 da, that's it. It just took it off. It just literally took from there, it to the verse. Then it's just the production mind just got involved. It was just sitting there, putting down riffs and just producing it. And the middle section where the solo is and all that orchestration is the genius mind of Nigel Powell, our drummer. He did everything, all that orchestration that you hear in the background there. That's all him. It took him, I think it probably took him a few hours, and he sent me a good stereo stem. He said, just leave it like that. And we put it in, I mixed it, and it just worked. So once the project started, it was easy to finish. It's weird how things just work out when you really don't think too much about it. And if it works, it works. And if everyone's feeling it and everyone's happy about it, we have a few good friends of ours who are true to our, or be honest with us when we send tracks to them before it's been released or whatever. And they know the Webb sound as well. So they say, okay, it's in line. So yeah, that's how it all started, man.
Yeah, it's quite impressive. I mean, all the songs, it's not just heavy, aggressive metal. It's very technical. And I get that. I've seen you play. I saw you play a year ago, and I saw you both play. And just watching you play is sort of like, wow. It's how do you manage to get that sound? I mean, obviously years and years and years of practice, but was it purposeful sound you going for, technical, or is it just a fluid transition from what you do normally? So
I think it's just, I'm always driven into riff that sounds quite interesting, even just to me. There are very few bands that I actually listen to, so it doesn't influence the writing process. So I try to not listen to a lot of stuff. The technical side, I try to keep it interesting. I think for the 3 of us, we like to keep it interesting. I think ever since we 3 got together, or the year and 6 months or whatever, I think we 3 of us, we all have the same kind of mentality. Sonia's got the same kind of mentality of writing all the lyrics with the way I think, because I can be weird about the certain things I hate singing, and she kind of knows it. So so 4 of us, I would say it's a complicated process. Yet again, if Sonia's writing, she's got her own headspace where she writes, and once she's finished, she comes over and say this is how it is. So most of the tracks, here again, writing is different, and then it's incorporating the writing, the guitar riffs with the singing when you're performing live. Now that is a challenge. There are definitely about 3 or 4 songs for sure on the album that was really fucking tricky to kind of nail it before we actually took it out on the road. For me, I could say for sure the first track was quite a challenge, but once I got the hang of it, it just works just like any other track now. It's just one of those things you don't realize while you're writing. Okay, this is going to be interesting when you're going live. No, you just write. You figure out the stuff for live later. You just write. So that is the concept, like the mentality of just getting meaty riffs, keeping it big, heavy, technical side of things. It all involves most of the times, sometimes it's near the solo sections, or it could be the break after a verse, little things. Nigel likes to twist things around, especially, it's the easiest thing is to have, a track that is from start to finish, or the middle section, keeping it all, like a easy beat, easy or pleasant to listen to. But there are so much out there, and I think we like to keep it original, and it just makes us feel happy with what we do. And I think if it keeps us happy, I hope our listeners will be happy about that as well. So that is another challenge. You can do all the stuff behind the scenes, and if no one's going to listen to that crap, they'll think, oh, this is crap. Right? So we just keep going, man. We just keep going, and hopefully we'll have more support in the future.
Yeah. Luca, you're very quiet. Can you get a word in normally?
I'll shut up now, man.
I'm learning how to, Ryan's gap when I can slide it. No, I can. Yes, normally I'm a quiet person anyway. I like to listen, and I'm not I'm a big talker. So it's good that Ryan is actually good at talking, so I can just lay back and listen. And
I know if Nigel was, he'd probably shut me up, because he's got a lot to talk to as well,
I don't know if I could deal with 2 of you like it. Okay. Right, so you have got the album out at the end of the month. You've got a launch party at the Thunderbolt, did you say, in Bristol?
Yeah, that's right.
So what else is occurring on the horizon? Where can people see you play live?
Well, there's a lot of stuff coming in and out, from socials or whatever. It's all a matter of confirming things. There are, if there's a confirmed gig, it'll be on our website at webofficial.com. So there are gigs at Leicester. There's man, I'm gonna be freaking told off for this for sure. I'm sure Sonia's gonna literally, freak out when she sees this thing. What the hell? You don't know where you're performing. So yeah, just check out Webb Official, man. It's always updated. Our socials are always updated. There are gigs coming in and out. I know for sure. In August we have something. There's September, and there's festivals confirming for next year.
Okay.
We are hoping to get some gigs in Germany, and there is a trip that we are taking. Sonia and myself are going away on the 9th of this month, just to meet a lot of people that are, putting up gigs and festivals and stuff like that. It's basically, I think it's just meeting those people face to face and see we have something going on. We got a couple of friends of ours, very close friends of ours, actually, in Germany, working for the band non-stop. And they try not to get anything, well, according to them, they don't want to get anything small for us. So they want to get a decent gig, so it's worthwhile. See if we can get at least 3 or 4 gigs for one trip. That'll be awesome, and just being in the environment, just being in Germany. We've been there 3 or 4 times now, I think. Just being in the festival environment, it's a total different game. They're just so involved. Everyone's just mental.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you mentioned a website, Webb Official. Can you pre-order albums there and merch and stuff like that? Or
Of course, man. It's all, we got a shop, so it's all there. You can pre-order the new album, and it will be sent out probably the week before it's released. I'm sure Sony is very kind of well organized for that. We got a few orders come in from last month already, and yeah. So anything you want, new merch, new CD, it's all there.
okay, one final thing. What do you want to say to the fans?
Oh, thank you so much for your support all the time, and keep it wild and keep it loud and keep us alive.
Webb, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, man. You're awesome.